Hello everyone, and here we have a new story. Before we get to that, I want to ask you to subscribe, like, and be sure to write comments in order to participate in the development of the community. Write how to improve my community, current topics in the stories you are interested in, and much more. I read and listen to all the comments. People write me stories by mail from different countries. There are problems with translation. I apologize for this. I will work on it and try to fix these errors. I want to thank everyone for their support and the people who wrote to me by mail, broadcast news stories. New videos on my channel are published once every 2 days at 7 p.m. Don't forget to put a bell in order not to miss new videos. And now let's go. Hello, I listened to the stories on your channel and decided to tell my own. Maybe my little experience will be useful to someone. In general, it was like this. I met a girl. She was very beautiful, passionate, with a sporty figure, loves children very much, and knows how to cook. After a while, I realized that we needed to move to a new level of our relationship. I was already 20, 8 years old. It's time to start a family. I proposed to my girlfriend, and she agreed. Of course, I was over the moon with happiness. The wedding was small. Only relatives were present. Everyone was happy, and everyone liked the wedding. It was a lot of fun, competition, dancing, and so on. Overall, the wedding turned out to be wonderful. But for now, let's not talk about the wedding because no one is interested in it. We lived in a rented apartment. We both worked, and we had enough money. Plus, our parents helped us. We gradually got used to family life. I did not restrict my wife's freedom and allowed her to spend time with her friend. I personally knew my wife's friend and knew where she lived. That's why I trusted my wife and didn't worry. Naturally, we quarrel like all people. It is impossible to build a relationship without quarrels. Anyone who says that you can live without quarrels is talking complete nonsense. Okay, let's get to the point. At the beginning of our relationship, I began to notice that I was stressed out by her photos on social media. She liked to post very racy photos. I thought it was jealousy because I was afraid of losing her. But later, I started to get annoyed by her way of dressing. Very short skirts, tight dresses, short shorts, every time her ass was in plain sight. Perhaps you will say that I am old-fashioned, possessive, and jealous. Perhaps you will be right about something. But, as it turned out later, it was not without reason. This is how girls who lack male attention dress. She denied it, but it's a fact. Maybe the girls don't understand this. In general, no matter how my wife swears allegiance to me, she was in no hurry to stop communicating with men who showed her signs of attention. Even though she was in a relationship. After a year of our relationship, a guy a couple of years younger than her got a job at the company where my wife worked. He started paying attention to my wife. My blood boiled again, and I wanted to beat him up. But I didn't tell my wife anything because I trusted her. Later, I began to notice that we very rarely began to have sex. Our relationship has become very cold. My intuition sounded the alarm again, but I tried not to pay attention to it. I thought that maybe we had such a family stage in our lives. To my question, why are we having less sex? She replied that it was normal in a long-term relationship. Over time, sex will appear in our relationship and everything will be fine. As a result, it got to the point that in 4 months of married life, we had sex only 3 times. Looking ahead, I will say that if your partner avoids sex with you, health problems are not considered an excuse. Just know that you are either already being cheated on or they will start cheating soon. Or at least your partner is having an affair on the side. So for 4 months, I tore my hair out and couldn't find a place for myself. I was very uneasy in my heart. Then the first bells rang. I started noticing social media correspondence with a young guy from her job. My wife explained this by saying that he writes to her nonstop. She had nothing to do with it and deleted the correspondence with him in front of my eyes. A little later, my wife and this young guy worked together at the facility. They took pictures for the report. They were very happy in these photos. I thought I was being paranoid because I started noticing little things. I decided to calm down because in fact there was no direct evidence. One fine evening, my wife says she's going to visit her friend to talk about women's issues and have tea. I let her go and told her to call me when she was ready to go home so I could pick her up. After she left, I lay down and decided to take a nap. But I was lying down and there was a fire inside me. It seemed to me that I was being deceived. I decided to check it out and took my wife's laptop. I opened her social media page, and I'm watching my wife texting with this young guy from her cell phone. He confesses his love and so on. He says how jealous he is of her for me. In a rage, I sat and thought about hitting him in the face. My wife tells him that she loves him very much too and misses him. What I experienced from what I saw cannot be expressed in words. I felt like a living torch. My blood boiled in my chest. A volcano of rage raged at the realization of betrayal, and my horns hit the ceiling. As a result, we got divorced. Thank God. We had no children, no joint property. I didn't beat up this guy, although I really wanted to. Because, in fact, he is not to blame for anything. There is such an expression. If the bitch does not want, the dog will not jump up. The moral of this story is trust your intuition. If a girl does not particularly resist the attention of other men, it means that she does not want you to become her partner for a long period. This is at least treat the choice of a girl very carefully. By the way, my wife has lost her mind. She recently started sending me intimate photos of herself. Perhaps she broke up with her young lover. I ignored her. I'm living with a new girlfriend now, and we're doing well. My wife does not give up trying to return our relationship. She comes to my house and sets up surveillance on my new girlfriend. The last time I saw her, she was insane. Maybe she uses drugs. I do not know. I said that if she didn't stop coming, I would go to the police. Eventually, she sent me a video. In this video, she has sex with other men. I do not know why she did it. Maybe she wanted to hurt me and get back at me. But I don't care, and I have a new life. At the moment, my ex-wife has disappeared from my life. I am very happy about it. That's the story. If you liked it, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, so as not to miss new videos. Now let's move on to the opinion of the author of the channel. The opinion of the author of the channel. According to tradition, I want to wish our hero strength and patience. Of course, your story is very badly, and there are a lot of such cases in people's lives. You made the right decision and started a new life. I'm not going to give you any advice, because you have already realized your mistakes and made the right conclusion. About your ex-wife going crazy, yes, such cases happen and you have to be careful. Girls are capable of terrible things. There was a case in my life when a girl killed her husband. Therefore, this is not a joke. She needs to see a psychologist, or if she appears again, do not hesitate to contact the police. If you have watched to the end, I want to say thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey of love, betrayal, and redemption. I appreciate your support and encourage you to subscribe, like, and share this story. Your participation and feedback are invaluable for shaping our content and promoting mutual understanding and community growth. Until we meet again.